Hey everyone.
Hello, everybody.
I have Norbert.
Good morning,
Alex.
good evening, and good night.
So can we get a hi from everyone who is here already? Okay, I'll start. Hello.
Anybody out there?
Yep. Hey Lee. Hey Simon. So Norbert and Alexander has put together a bunch of nice tutorials. Well, not exactly tutorial, but like a really nice PDF that they will teach us of how to create like a kick-ass landing pages that will convert better when you build with DragDropr. Of course, you can use it for any other tool as well, but then how you can.
Sure. But hopefully with the big heart of DragDropr. No,
exactly.
we will have a general webinar, no pitch today.
Yes.
Maybe a bit later, we will jump into the system, but we have prepared a webinar on what is a landing page, how to use a landing page. Yeah, and if you want to see it, and hopefully this is why you're here,
exactly.
We're gonna start.
And if you have built landing pages using DragDropr, we will do like 2 audits. Okay, perfect. That's a good question to start with. Thanks, Simon. Norbert, can you take on the stage, please?
Yeah, okay. Turn off camera. Alex, also please turn off your camera. Sure. Nobody wants to see you. No, just kidding. Sorry. Okay, so everybody wants to see me. So this is where sorry for that. So about me, so that you know who is talking to you. My name is Norbert, and I'm an entrepreneur since I'm 15 years old. I started officially when I was 18, but with 15 years, I began to do some events. So I organized events up to 4,000 people, clubbings, and it was quite cool. And I started to do the advertising for those events myself. Came all because of my father, who has a company, and I was allowed to build his catalogs that he sent out. So he had a shipping company, and I was allowed to build his catalogs during the summer vacations during school, and I earned my some money for that, and this was my first car, so this was cool. But with 15 years, I started doing some entrepreneurship, and then I opened the full service agency with my wife. She is called Natalie. This is because now the company is called NN. The call sign in between our N's is because she's always screaming to me. No. The thing is, she's also working always as marketing, in marketing, namely for her mother. She had a studio for women, for training, so a gym, and she always did the marketing for her. And we said, well, if I do marketing for our events and for my father and for friends, and she does marketing, why should we found a company together and do some full service agency for different clients? So this is why where we come from a real full service, full stack agency, and we grow more and more into this online business. The agency now builds about 200 web projects a year, and we learned where users struggle with, where users have problems, and we try to resolve those problems. And one of the problems that we seen was that building landing pages or content for pages is hard for end users, for our clients, and also for other agencies. And this is why we built DragDropr, but more about this later. So what you should know about me: I'm a Trekkie, so I like Star Trek. And one of my principles is make it so. I like testing SaaS applications, and I like bringing ideas to life. This is what sometimes is hard, because there are many projects on the table. Okay, so what is a landing page? Today we would like to go through you about the general terms about what a landing page is and how to build a good landing page that really matters, that really works. And then we jump into DragDropr and try to build one. So a good landing page is a single web page that is designed to convert visitors in a particular way for a particular reason. So landing pages are created to get people to do something. Examples. So you can have a landing page to build up your list and add subscribers. One moment. To subscribe people to your list, to download something, so you can offer an ebook or some kind of blueprints or templates. So user needs to enter the email address, and then you prompt a second screen. The download screen. You can register for digital events or for webinars. This is something that is really one of the most common things to run up a webinar, which is hosted on a landing page, and of course purchase products. So the best example for that is the landing page where you can buy our lifetime deal. This is exactly a purchase landing page. So the main goal is to convert the anonymous cold visitor and get a warm lead. So this is how a landing page typically is used, and there are common types of landers. I often use the term landers instead of landing page. It's not that common, but it's shorter. So the common types are a splash page. This is the common landing page, widely used as an intro page, or also known as welcome gate. So you come to a page, you get welcomed, and mostly on the welcome page, it can happen that you also have a form already where the user needs to type in something and gets to the second page. If you have more than one pages in a series, this is called a funnel, landing page funnels. With DragDropr, for instance, you also can build such landing page funnels. We don't cover that in this webinar. This webinar is focusing on landing pages in general, and we will build out another webinar for explaining how a funnel works. So, but we need to know the different types or the common types of such pages. A single page that a visitor sees before enter the real page is also a splash page and often used to capture those emails. Then we have a squeeze page. So what is a squeeze page? It's also the typical landing page is a synonym for that, and it's designed to squeeze out information of the visitor. So on this page, typically, it includes information, content, testimonials, context, of course, and it includes the CTA and the form to squeeze. Then we have the capture page. It's just another industry term, nothing else than a synonym for a landing page. Capture pages are designed to capture the leads, and sales pages is a landing page that typically has a copy to sell a product. It's also, maybe know the long page sales copy. It's often needed for a landing page. You've seen that so often if you're on a long page sales copy page where you get introduced to the product with a good copy, with testimonials, with videos, and then you buy the product finally. I wouldn't say that our landing page for the lifetime deal is a long page sales copy page because we don't have so much text on it, but maybe you have seen a few that always repeat the features and sum it up. This is sort of the typical way of such a page. Yeah. Then we have build out the bulletproof structure of a landing page. So now we know the types, and now we can jump to a bulletproof structure, how a landing page can look like. So let's start off with an engaging headline. So an engaging headline helps. You need to imagine something. When you read something, you have been impressed by what you have seen in the first step. So imagine which posts or which newspapers or which articles in a newspaper do you read really, namely those one who catch into your eyes right away. So your headline needs to focus on what is in it for them. What is in it for the reader? What is in this? And which benefits do you offer? Do not focus on features, focus on the benefits you offer. Bring it to the point. So this is why a headline, or how a headline works, it should be short, it should be catchy, and it should inform the user about what he is expecting of the page. Then we have elements like images and videos on a page. So you have a meaningful hero section, you have some images about the product, some screenshots that you present. You maybe have an explainer or a demo video. On our landing page, we had a demo video, a short explainer video, no demo video. So I'm thinking about now, and this is also something that we cover a bit later, to test also a demo video. So I will record a short demo video and put it on the page as well and see if it also works or even works better. You also can say for a webinar, for instance, that you record a personal invitation video. So you go pick your smartphone, do a short recording, and try to put that live to impress your clients. But you also could put some bio logos or icons on a page. They are also important when it comes to testimonials, for instance. So brand logos, for instance. And you need to take care that the contrast of colors, especially for the CTA, goes right. So if you have a landing page and you get everything in the same color scheme, it might look maybe good or maybe even better, but a landing page is always intended to be a quick sell. So seldom that someone comes back to the landing page. They come in for one time and you need to get them from there. If they have not decided and they find the link back later on again, they might come back, yes, but it's always trying to sell something at the time a user is on the landing page. So you also have to put an awesome offer to that page. You want the new or cold visitor to immediately take action, to give a very clear and outstanding and a compelling offer to the user so that they really can take action, fill out the form, do a purchase, sign up for the webinar. And a good thing to get this really done immediately is to limit the offer. There could be a time limit, a quantity limit, or a price increase. You've seen that in the past for other deals that say, and the price will increase in, and the countdown goes. Or the deal is over in, and the countdown goes. You don't see this on our current lifetime deal. We will implement a countdown later on. This is a new feature that DragDropr provides, and together we will then go into the app and extend our lifetime deal page live, where you can see how the countdown timer works. Yeah, and you have, of course, to put a powerful call to action to your page. So the CTA to opt in, the CTA to buy the product, the CTA to sign up. And don't call it sign up or don't call it buy. Give a bit more power to the wording of your call to action. So it could be like, create my account, or let me in, or give me that now, or yes, I want to X more. So if you provide something like, with my tool you can get X more clients, then write it, yes, I want X more clients. So this is really you can play around with those CTAs. Sometimes I myself want to build a landing page from myself. It's harder, to be honest, to build a landing page from my own products or for our own products, like for DragDropr, because you're so self-criticism. If I build pages for clients, it's mostly that you you try out more, and you give more effort to the wording of something. You really play and try that. So
Ask somebody else for an opinion, because when we work on our own wording, when we work on our projects, we are so deep in it that we often don't see a bit further. So any outside position opinion could get you far.
Yeah.
So, sorry to interrupt. Just want
No
to.
problem. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I just can highlight that. So if you really build a good landing page, ask around and ask professionals to give you some input. So, and every successful landing page follows specific rules. So they are easy to follow, they are mobile friendly, and I even would say they are mobile first, because Google loves the mobile first point, and you need to be very fast as well. They use a very clear copy and a clean design. They are not too fancy, because to be fancy means that that a user needs to think, and you should not make a user think about what he sees on the landing page. They should really read the copy, read the headlines, watch the images, watch the videos, and hit the button, hit the CTA. So a landing page also needs to be blazing fast. I recently read a study that on Medium, and a study that Amazon did. Every 100 millisecond of page load costs you 1% of conversions. And this is a huge number. 1 second load time are 10% conversions. And this is why we tried to build DragDropr, for instance, really, really fast to allow you to give a very powerful page speed. We have an CDN for images that is also covering all the responsive parts of the images, which brings you a lot of speed.
Yeah, and it's not only that, because the trick to it is also to sometimes you just need to use a plain HTML code, for example, and not use scripts on people's pages, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So have a powerful CTA and bring a valuable offer. Of course, we had that. And testimonials, security, and guarantee are the lead bringers. So people want to see testimonials and want to see that there is some guarantee and there is some security. So SSL certificates, our pages also come with that, and to have that security seal in the browser. Now, as we know everything about landing pages, we need to build the landing page checklist. So what do we need to have covered? We do need the information. Why do you want to build a landing page? What specific thing is there to be sold? Which email service provider, CRM, or card do you use? So we also need integrations, because mostly it's about to sell something or to get an email sign up. So we need to put that email, that user, that name somewhere. An integration is important, and that's important information. Is this tool available to be integrated, or do I need to do everything manually? What's the process, maybe even behind the CRM? So what are the next steps after someone signed up? This is also something to talk about and to think about. Now, which landing page builder will you use? Of course, you can code yourself. You can use other tools, but yeah, this is why we built the heart here. You can use and choose, and should choose, hopefully, DragDropr to build your landing page. And do you have the design or template ready? And do you have the right copy for the page? Whom could you ask to help you with the copy if you're not the one writing that? This is really a very critical part. Copy should always be some kind of perfect. We always try to get some native speaker involved to read our copy, and still there are enough errors in the page after it went live. We always find something after I go live. So this is something that you really need to read and optimize. So the awesome headline when we come to the structure. The headline is something that needs to be very clear and oriented to the goal that we have. It has to be related to the ads that guided the visitor to your landing page, which means if you write something on Facebook and post the link to a landing page, and you want to get a visitor on the page, following your page later on, reading your page, and do what they need to really identify with what they read in the ad. So if you go there to keep the visitor, it needs to be fitting to the ad. The best length of landing pages is not more than 10 words. If possible, it's hard to get there, but the shorter the headline is and the more that you tell the prospect about your offer that you have, the better it is. And 10 words is a good limit to follow. And it should explain what this is all about on the page. And again, take care, keep in mind what is in it for them, what is the benefit for the user. After that, we need a subheadline that converts, so defining the message, add additional value, don't use more than 20 words. And now let us see how this could look like. I just switching to over to DragDropr. Here I am. And just let us start a new HTML page and see how this would look like for DragDropr. We have prepared our landing page in form of content blocks. So you know the content blocks philosophy that we have already. You're able to build out, I just very quick course on that. So you quickly put in a section, you can drop in elements to a section as you want, and then you can save a section as a content block if you need to reuse it later. Especially when it comes to something like A/B split testing or building up different kind of landing pages with the very same information but different kind of headlines or different audience you follow, you maybe want to save such content blocks to build up pages a bit faster. And this is what we did with our own landing page. We built up a few content blocks and we named it. So let's say here is my header. I want to put that on page. So the header in this case is converting landing pages, build unlimited number of pages by dragging and dropping. Now let's say I would like to attract now online marketing agencies. Let's say how could we write it for online marketing agencies? Create powerful landing pages for your clients. Meaningful headline. Maybe we could add something without a coder, and we are still there. So you can easily change a pre-designed content block, and we have here a headline, we have the subline. Let's go back to the structure. We need a CTA. It should be big, it should be meaningful, it should be related to the headline, and don't bore the visitors. Clear CTA, okay. Go back and put the CTA on the page. So we have a plan, we have a price, we have a few more informations, and we have the CTA. Here, I think we could add something, namely get lifetime access at $49. The CTA is in green color, so it is a contrast, as we said before, having a contrast. on the page, and the information that there is, what you get with that. So, and then we need some copy. So the copy, again, it should be clear, it should be relevant, it should explain the product, the service, or the deal. And you should add a few bullet points. So at least 3, 5, or 7 bullet points. Don't add too much. Why I added the colors? It is proven that 3, 5, or 7 work quite good. It should not be too much. I know that this is often quite hard, especially when it comes to features. For our DragDropr feature set, for instance, when we added this, we have much more bullet points, and I hate it. I think I will reduce it for the last few days to cover the own bulletproof structure, because I really know that it works quite good. With 5 or 7 is really perfect. Don't write about features. Talk about benefits, and do some visual benefits. Show the people what they will get. So the product screenshots, webinar outtakes, videos, ebooks, these are all things that you can easily show. You can add a short description to every value and show it off. You see it a bit here on the screenshot. So you have, let's say, a small icon with a short description beyond that, what it means. This helps the user to understand, and the icon attracts a bit the effects. So if you're using WordPress, if you are using AdWords, remember that the landing page wording has to be relevant with the ad that you're working with. It's not only for AdWords, it's for every advertising. If you tell something and you bring the people to the landing page, take care that the information there is the same as on the ad. So let's see what we have. We can put in some information about DragDropr. It seems that we have too much bullet points here. Let's remove some. Intuitive Visual Builder, we have that. Lightning's intuitive 200 landing pages, 30 ready templates, Google Chrome extension. We can remove this one. All data automatically stored in the cloud. It's not important. I expect that. No software needed to install. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fits into any CMS. Let's do a trick. Standalone landing pages are compatible with any CMS. Short now. Again, let me have a look. So visual benefits, we have a screenshot there. We show the product, and we can add maybe some GIF here. Oh shit, I put the GIF into the wrong section. This is easily covered in DragDropr. You just need to move that down, and you have it in the real section. Here we present already that we have a Chrome extension, which is cool. Then we can add this one as well. This was the Chrome extension. So
looking good so far.
Oh, thank you very much. I expected that you say that. Okay, so social proof. We should bring in some client information. So show a benefit, if it's possible, show also the images of the people, and take care that is always are really real people that are talking about you. The thing is, that someone might search on social media for real persons, and they will not find it. Then it's distracting, and it doesn't look serious, and you always have a better feeling if there's a real testimonial. So I've seen so many fake testimonials, and it always is a bad experience when you read a testimonial that's fake. So and if it's a B2B site that you're on and you have a testimonial from someone that also owns a company, try to also put the company logo there. They are also happy. So if you ask an entrepreneur if you can put the logo and the website address on your website, on your landing page, to get the testimonial from them, they mostly are happy because it's another backlink they get. So not hard to get. Let me see if do we have testimonials? Yeah, we have them. So let's put them here and see what real people are saying. And you can see here something interesting, because it looks a bit weird on the screen. It's grayed out here. We did this because we want to have a separate view for mobiles. And this is possible with DragDropr. When I go and click an element that is grayed out and go to the responsive settings, you can see that this grayed out section is hidden on this specific device here. And when I go smaller, still hidden. When I go smaller, still hidden. And on the smallest screen, I have the testimonial up here, and here is the original one hidden. We can preview the same thing. You see that we have now the picture, the name, the testimonial. It looks good on mobiles. Now let us review the same thing on the desktop in the full width. You see that here the hidden one for mobiles is gone. So switch back to the editor. Switch back to the size I prefer for creating pages, which is 1024 pixels, easier to work on. Yeah, and if you have mentions on newspapers, you can also show them off. Certificates are always good as well. So now element 7 to put on a page is another CTA. Again, big and meaningful, and maybe adding some countdown as well. And I'll put it here and we'll scroll it down. So now we have a section where we explain the product again. We show off all the features that you get for the lifetime offer, and we don't have some kind of limitation here. So an artificial shortage that helps us to convert a bit better. This could be a countdown. So let's get here and pick a countdown and put it on the page. It's here. I just will rearrange the sizes a bit. Make this wider. Okay. And for the countdown, you just click on the countdown and choose the end date. Say on the 15th, it will stop, and the countdown immediately will start to run. Of course, you can style the countdown. You have the styling features for background color, for each and every element. So you can even show and hide specific labels. But I will keep it like this for now, and let the designers do this job later.
I just wanted to ask everybody, do you see our screen? I see some people in chat saying something about that they see a blank screen. Can you guys confirm that everything is good here? Good, thanks, Bernard.
Oh, good. I thought maybe I need to do the whole webinar again. No. Okay, good. So let us go back to the CTA, and yeah, and then of course some guarantee would be good. So offer money back, promise no spam, physical address. This is something that we don't have yet. So I go here and pick in the footer. Here we go. Footer is there. Put it down. No, this is not a footer. You see? Seems that we have stored the wrong address, but it is no problem. We can easily build it up. Just pick another element. Yeah, this one is fine. have an address here, and we just change the background color to maybe beautiful gray. Okay, that's fine. So footer is here, physical asset is here, the guarantee is in here. I think we're quite done. Yeah, this is it. Our landing page is ready. So the only thing I need to do now is give it a name and hit the save button. Now I can publish the page. So I can hit the publish button, and now there are several ways to publish. One thing is, and this is mostly the case, a landing page to publish a landing page on a very own domain. I've read a question somewhere before where I just got a keyword into my head called CNAME. Yes, you can add your own domain, but just CNAMing us. So as soon as you add a new domain here, so click that button, you are redirected to the choose a domain screen. You type in the domain of your choosing. It doesn't matter which one it is, and you just click on use. In this case, you are then redirected to the checkout page, which gives you €0, of course. You don't have to pay for the add-on domain, and you simply check out and complete the order. This process is needed because in the background, we need to administer the domain on our servers. And you will get an email now which tells you what to do with that domain. So we will tell you how to add a CNAME to that domain so that it points to the server. And then you can choose that domain in here. So you just need to refresh the builder and you can choose it from there. What we also try to cover in the next few weeks is to optimize this process to make it a bit shorter. But in general, it's nothing else but going through the steps and adding the CNAME later on your end. So, and I got the email already, and I will show you. Just give me a second. So you just will get an email like this, which says what to do to point that CNAME to hosted.dragdropr.com. And this is everything you need to do. Okay, now let us publish it. So I have added already some domains to my account. And I choose those lifetime deal landing page. You can give it a path name. So let's say this is my lander, and I publish to that specific domain. Okay, need to refresh the page because we added the domain first. So let me just refresh. And publish. Now you can pick the domain and you can open it up in the browser, and you see that it's there and that it's not 100% perfect because it's full width and we didn't want to have it full width. So you can easily go to the page settings and of course limit the same. So you go here and say 1024 is the page width that you styled it for, that you want to have it for. Hit the save button and of course hit publish again. Choose the domain, add the same URL, and publish to that domain. One thing that you need to know is that we will soon store all the page paths that you created in here as a list, so you can publish one landing page to different URLs as well if you need it. If you need to test out something, if you have other domain names, if you have a client that needs the very same landing page on his domain, we will store it here and you can choose different domains, and we have a list here where it's published to, and you just can republish with a single click, which will help a lot so that you don't remember the page paths. So I will refresh that page, and here you see the page is up and running, and it looks exactly like I wanted the page to look like. It is responsive, and it's already built. Of course, you can play around and add some background color, some background image, but mainly this is the landing page. And now we will optimize a landing page, because a landing page is always to get conversions, and optimizing landing page means getting more conversions. So the CSR is an important metric of the success of a landing page. The conversion rate, CSR, is measured by dividing the number of conversions, so visitors that took action, by the total number of visitors. So, which means, as an example, you have 10,000 people visited your landing page, 1,500 people signed up to attend a webinar, which is the case today. So welcome 1,500 people here. No, just kidding. You have a conversion rate of incredible 15%. If you have this, I think you don't need to optimize anything else. You did a very good job. But yeah, this would be the measurement. So the formula for this is 1,500 conversions divided by 10,000 total visitors is those 15%. And the best and easiest way to test a landing page are so-called A/B tests, or split tests. And you always need to have a hypothesis first. So and a split test is there to confirm your hypothesis. So you test always two versions at the same time to have a valid result. This is my recommendation. I know that a lot of people are testing 3, 4, 5 versions of a specific landing page against each other and cut off. But this is something where you need a lot of visitors on your pages to really test with different variations. I am a fan of testing only one hypothesis, so have just 2 different versions and not more, and have enough people to have a valid result. I followed a webinar years ago from Kissmetrics. I really like them, and they did a good webinar about A/B split tests, and they had a lot of good metrics. And one thing that I learned and remembered is they never did confirm a hypothesis under 2,000 visitors. So 2,000 tested persons, not visitors. So to have a real valid result, you should have enough visitors to really test it out. Otherwise, if you don't have enough visitors, too small audience, you can test and improve. Of course, you should do that, but you need to be very careful and watch a lot yourself. You can not only rely on metrics, because you can have a good day or a good sell, and you do a wrong interpretation. But of course, you should test. So one of the tests that we do, and we have, of course, the group, the SaaS Mentor group is a small group of very engaged people, which is very good. But it's not a group where you can really do testing, because the number of people who visit the landing page is a bit too small for that. But we are doing the test. So we will introduce the countdown timer now. I will do a short product demo and also add that video. And these are the tests that we are doing. What we are learning because of conversation with you in the group. So what can you test? You can test the copy. So especially the headline, the key messages, taglines, and CTA copy. You can test out, of course, images, which work, which don't work. Posting up male or female stock photos, or even regular pictures. You can test the buttons, the colors of the buttons, the length of a landing page, and you can test if multi-step landing pages, so funnels, work better than a real one pager where all the action happens on one page. And this is because there is a phenomenon that's the yes phenomenon. So if you have on a landing page, for instance, a button for opting in, so opt me in, and you press that button and you're redirected to another page where you enter something, it sometimes works better, sometimes, not always. It really depends on the page and what you want to sell and how the pricing is and all this kind of stuff. But it sometimes work better that the steps you need to take to really opt in happen on another page, because you said yes already for one time, and then you are more likely, because you took action already, to fill out a form than if the form would be on the very same page. This is something that we do kind of bit on our landing page as well. So you press the button to opt in, and there is no form on the page. And in the second step, in the lightbox, we give you the option to check out. So we use this phenomenon, this multi-step functionality. We could easily put the buy button and the numbers on the same page and let you buy. But I also think that bringing someone into yes funnel is a good takeoff. You want to say something, Alex?
Well, I was just wondering to ask our crowd, do they have any questions for us? Is everything clear? Can we answer any specific question for you guys? Well, they're thinking nothing to add to this right now.
Then let me summarize what we talked about and answer the questions while the crowd is thinking. So to sum up, creating landing pages should be fun and easy. So this is something that we hopefully can achieve, giving you a stable and good to use tool like DragDropr. Of course, it's not only about DragDrop. It's really, if you build landing pages, you also can build it in other tools. But it should be always it should be always fun and easy. And the better it is, the better it works, the landing page, the better are your conversions. So take your time when you build a landing page, really sell down and test your pages. Try different funnels. So again, funnels will be covered in another webinar, but just a short outtake. A funnel, a series of landing pages, can help you to sell products. So a funnel could be to have an entry page, allow the user to download some free document, send an email, guide him to another landing page where they opt in for a course. And when they opt in for a course that is a paid course, providing an upsell where you sell a specific product, let's say a full book or a full template or a blueprint or something like this, in an upsell page. Then you come to the thank you page, and on the thank you page you provide maybe another upsell for or a recommendation for another course where you're affiliated with. So this could be a full funnel, and having such funnels and test out different kind of funnels will help you. There's also good software outside that provides different funnel templates that you can try to use and build those pages up and test it out. There's also the good thing that you can publish the very same landing page on different kind of URLs to really try different funnels when you build them out. Always focus on your target audience, not on you. So always try, if you talk to agencies, talk to agencies. If you talk to Magento Store users, talk to Magento Store users.
Norbert, sorry to interrupt. There is a bit of noise, some kind of distortion when you speak. I'm not sure if that's from your mic, but I'm getting that up. I better hope it's my speaker. But
I hope it's not my mic because I don't have another one here.
Okay. Okay. And I just want to be sure. Yeah. Does anyone feel the same? Like, do you see any kind of noise?
Yeah, here also a background noise, like somebody has a broken wire in her
Okay.
in his microphone, but now we don't. I don't hear it now.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
So and again, the what's in it for them, which means to really focus. This is something I learned from Lincoln Murphy. What's in it for them is I always try to focus on that. This really helps. Yeah, and then sell now and use DragDropr for that.
Good. Good. In the meantime, we had a couple of questions from a lot of our users. Grimaldo is asking how to import templates. Grimaldo, can you please just clarify? You mean in DragDropr how to import them, or what exactly do you mean? And while we wait for Grimaldo, what other questions we had? Then. Sorry, guys, just reading out your questions. To answer, yes, in DragDropr. The templates will be available in DragDropr in the next couple of days, but the templates we create are design team, so you can use them. We currently have some 40 templates, and they're growing every week, 5 more. So you could use them, but to import templates from another side, that's currently not an option. It will be on a roadmap, right, Norbert?
Yeah, so maybe a short information about the templates, because this is the most high requested feature that we have. And we have built those templates itself already. So our designers working on a lot of different templates. I can just give me a second, show off some.
It's just the thing of the developing the system to introduce the templates into the editor, because they're not the same like content blocks we are currently using, because they have a whole page setting, styling, everything is way different. So it's not like a small job for our developers. And even though it's a strong team, they just need a couple or more days to finish it and to test it, of course.
And that you see that we are working on those templates, they are here already. So this is the templates that we currently build out. And we have different projects for those templates. And here's also a set of different templates. I just show you the process. As soon as they are live, we will have another menu here that says templates. All the templates are listed like you see them here, all after each other. We will have some kind of sorting where you can categorize the templates that you want to use. And all you need to do to start off with a template is hover the template and click duplicate, or just click on the template. We prompt you with a module where you can choose the product where you want to have this template in. And as soon as you have chosen, you start off like with a regular page. So you start off directly in the editor and can start modifying your template and use it for your page. Do everything that you can do with DragDropr. It's that simple. For you, it's that simple. For our developers, it's a bit hard because we have a concept like this already, namely the content blocks. And the content blocks was built like that. So to have it within the pages and choose it. You have seen it several times during my webinar. And how I put in a content block to a page. And a content block has the problem that the benefit that it has no page settings. For a content block, you need no page settings because you can't put different elements after each other that have different page settings. And we need to introduce that feature for templates. And this is a bit hard, but yeah, we had the first demo early this week with our developers. Now they are tuning it, and I really hope that we bring it live until Friday, but I can't 100% assure you. It could be early next week, but then we have the templates there.
Yeah. And for Isabel, she is asking, is DragDropr available for WordPress?
Yeah,
well, yes,
sure.
Isabel, it is. It's easily integrated integrates with WordPress. It was actually one of the first integrations we created. So please just perhaps go to our website, sign up, try to integrate your WordPress and start using it. It's totally free for 14 days.
Absolutely. So yeah. And if a page was built with, so I'm here in a WordPress page now. I can't promise you that this page will work because it's on our playground and we're playing around with it so much. But we inject the DragDropr button within the WordPress page. So one thing is we inject it there, and we use the native builder of WordPress, which means if you inject any other builder, it doesn't matter which one you use, you are changing the WordPress interface. You are changing to another builder. And this is what we strictly don't do. If you uninstall DragDropr, your pages are still editable in the native editor. This is the native TinyMC editor, and here we store our things, our HTML. So you can use several ways now within that site. First of all, you can edit a page with DragDropr, and we just load the editor in the overlay from within the backend and give you the page that is created with DragDropr. You can change elements here, and you can hit the save button. Now we submit that back to that editor. Here it looks a bit ugly, but this is because of the TinyMC editor. If you would build the same thing here, it needs to look like that if you want to have it proper in the front end. But with DragDropr, you're also able to work directly in the front end. So let me update the page now. Let me go to the front end of this site. Oh, sorry, just press that button here. Now I'm in the front end of that site. And if you have installed the Chrome extension, you just click on the Chrome extension. You see that this page was created with DragDropr, and you can edit the page right from within the front end. We do the same. We open up the builder. We go to the content block section, for instance. Let us pick here one other content block, hit the save button. And now we're submitting that back via API, and we show it off directly on the page that you are working on. So we take care about the content. We have even some specific WordPress features also on board. Not so many at the moment, but we are extending very fast. So one of the features is, for instance, WooCommerce. If WooCommerce is in place, I'm not sure if this is the case for that specific installation. So let me just check it out and put the product widget on the page and see if we've, no, we don't have products in the store. So you can pick the products that are from WooCommerce and show it off. We have the possibility to, when you go to the page settings, you can publish and unpublish a page. And this is something that you also can do from right within DragDropr. So if you change something, so let's switch to that project. I'm not sure where this one is connected. But we can show it off for Magento, for instance. This is a Magento store. It's the same for WordPress. If you have all the pages that are created with DragDropr, even if you do it here or somewhere else, it doesn't matter. You always have them stored here, and you always can make the changes right from the DragDropr backend. You can make it right from the browser extensions. You can make it from the backend of the tool. And it's always updated and always the same across all the channels. So you can do whatever you want. You can even go to any kind of website. Let's go to dragdropr.com. It doesn't matter. And you can go here and create a new page for any of your projects. So if you would like to create a new page for Playground Magento project, then you can create the page right from there and create a new Magento 1 page, although you are not even on that page at the moment, and publish it to this external site. So a client calls you, put it up, and it's there.
Yeah, I believe that part of your answer also answers the Simon's question. He's asking how could we save pages? Of course you can, because any page you are building, you can just save it like a page without publishing it with DragDropr. And since we offer a limited number of pages, you can have as many as you like in your project. So basically, you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pages to choose from or to work with. Once we introduce templates, there will also be an option to save a page as a template you can later reuse. Hope this answers it.
Maybe even one thing, you don't even need a plugin to be installed. It also works if you just see that the TinyMC editor. This is one of the editors. So quite soon we are also allowing you to CK editor or Reductor, but you can just use the Chrome extension. So we see here that there is an editor in place. I just hit the Chrome extension, choose one of the projects that I'm working for. We can stay in that project, it doesn't matter, and just create a new page and blank HTML page. Choose as usual, choose what I want to add to the page, give it a name right from within the browser extension, and hit the save button. And now I can close that window, and you see that we injected that directly to the TinyMC editor.
Yeah, and easy to use. I'm just noticing that a lot of guys are asking for our roadmap. I'm sure you're not following the
exactly. This is not what I'm currently doing. Don't following the page, but I can go back here and present you to the roadmap. So what are people wondering what we do? In July, our users can access the templates within DragDropr. We have 35 templates available. Meter fields for page settings, open graph fields for page settings, Twitter fields, head script, body scripts, and publish download a zip with the media will be ready in July. We did a lot of things that are here already. Let me show that off in a second. So we put in two important things for marketers in the page settings, namely the possibility to add scripts, and not only to add scripts, even define the position where the script should go. So head section, body start, and body end. It's important for the Google Tag Manager, for instance, where you need to put a part here and a part here. And we even give you the possibility to add metadata. And this is also interesting. We wanted to give you a bit more than others do. We give you even sections, so you can add for Google search engine. You can have also regular metadata. You have open graph information that you couldn't put in, and the Twitter information that you can put in, even to add the images. So in August, we will introduce a new DragDropr dashboard with published URLs. We show them off, as I mentioned earlier. Introduce the navigation feature to build microsites. So we will also be able to have a new kind of widget here that says navigation. And when you put that navigation on the page, you can make it constant across a different kind of pages. And there you can build completely microsites with navigation, footer, a sidebar that doesn't change, but just changing content. So we are making, let's say, a very small website builder out of DragDropr as well with this feature. We introduce a new color picker, which allows you, so currently we just allow you to choose a color or type in your hexacode, and our new color picker will also give you the colors that you have chosen already in the past, so you can repick the same colors and you don't need to remember the hexacode. And we will also introduce the global sections, which are related to the navigation. So a global section is a whole section can be marked with a button as global, and when you change something on that specific content block, because a section always is a content block, it will change across all your pages where you have that specific content block in place already. So very mighty when you have a structure of pages and you want to change something across all your pages. this can be done with one single click, and you have it published through all your channels and pages. And then we introduced the Undo Redo button, also developed, but needs to be tested extensively because Undo Redo is quite complex to achieve a real Undo Redo without glitches. We are working on that and do a lot of testing.
Yeah, but it's testing yet. Yeah.
And in September, we plan to release DragDropr 2.0, where we will have 50 templates available. The white label features are there. We have a convert section to slider. So a section can not only be global, but you can also have a button that says make a slider, and then the whole section will be duplicated. We introduce the arrows to swip the slide, so you can have multi-step forms on a single page. You can have typical sliders like background image, text, buttons. Everything that fits into a section will be a slider or can be a slider. And we have the new page builder interface that will be much more modern than what we currently show off. Maybe I give you a very quick overview on how this new builder will look like if we have some time after presenting this roadmap. So in October, we will have convert form sections, step-by-step forms, visual project CSS builder. So you don't need to write CSS. You will see all the widget elements and you're able to choose the default CSS styling. We will try to get a light version ready for importing CSS from any other website so that we can cover the styling. In November, we will present you Contests Lite. So a contest feature will be introduced where users can sign up for a contest using Facebook sign up and invite friends and get another entry for inviting friends. Choose the number of entries that you get. And the experimental feature will be introduced for importing full HTML pages to the builder. So type in a URL from an external website and import that HTML that we read there to the builder. But as said, it's an experimental feature. It will be available for alpha testers. Maybe if we are if we achieve where we are, we maybe will allow to beta already. But we found a way how it could work, and we are testing that already. Same for Figma and Sketch app. So we will introduce an import functionality to import JSON files that are, so you build a design in Figma, which is an online design tool, or in Sketch, and you export the same, and we're then able to import the design to the builder and give you the pre-designed page editable and to be published.
I believe.
Yep, sorry.
Oh, so sorry to interrupt you. And I think that we are planning also to put our roadmap on our website, so you guys can also come back and check everything that we are doing. And on our blog section, you can see the release notes we had from, I don't know, last couple of years to see what is going on. Not couple of years, sorry, a year or so since it was in development. So I would say that we said a lot about our roadmap, and perhaps to see some of your questions.
Yep.
You had more. Thank you, Sabrina. We have all the praises, Norbert. I said people are saying you have a great presentation. That's good. You have important to that. Yeah.
Thanks.
What software is in use for your presentation slides? Bernard, it's a common Google slide, nothing more.
Google slide with a good designer.
Yeah, nothing more to it.
Yeah.
Oh, let me check for some more questions. I don't see any more questions here. Guys, please ask if you want any answered. No problem, Bernard. Okay, I think that's it with questions, right?
Great.
Sampat. You wanted to show us something more, Norbert?
Yeah, one thing Simon asked about versioning. go back in time of different versions of the landing page. Yes, this is something that is definitely planned. I didn't note it on the roadmap because it will maybe arrive with the undo redo feature in August already. It has the same concept behind. We store, technically, we store everything that we do as JSON in the database. And to achieve undo redo, we just store different versions in the landing page, and we are in the database, and we just will allow users to store a number of versions. So yes, this is something that definitely will come. It's not here yet, but it will definitely come. I need it myself more often.
Yeah, I see some questions we need to explain. Sorry, guys, we kind of missed it. It's we someplace just don't see it. So Parshab is asking, if I'm pronouncing this good, is this the same LTD like it was at the beginning of LTD sale? Yes, it is. We just added some new features in our development, so perhaps that is causing the confusion. But basically, when you buy a DragDropr, you bought it, the whole everything is there, all the updates and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, another thing is, what plan is this deal compatible to regular pricing? So generally here you have, we are offering for a lifetime deal for $49 only, plan, which is like for one project, one workspace or whatever. So you can compare it to our basic plan, which introduces only and gives you only one project or 5 domains or one workspace, however you want to look at it. I hope this answers it. You can check our pricing on our pricing page on our website.
Yeah, you really save a ton of money for that. So Jasper is asking about free drag and drop ability like on Insta pages. Well, the thing is, we thought about introducing something like this, and I would not say that it is no chance that we go there and give you the free, really free positioning possibilities. But it is quite hard to achieve. Even on Insta pages, you don't have a real responsive editor. You have a desktop version and a mobile version. And our editor is different because you have viewports, different viewports. And therefore, we need to be more strict than Instapages. You mentioned there are a few other builders that allow free positioning, and we are thinking about to introduce a button here that allows you to switch between the responsive mode and an unrestricted mode. Let's call it like this. And then you can definitely move elements and change it like you see it on other builders. But this is nothing that I can promise today if we really come with that. We experimented already. The experiments looked quite good, that it is achievable to offer both. But I personally really want to focus on very fast pages, not too much code, and every single movement that you put here on a flexible page adds more code to the page, adds more positioning, gives you more problems when it comes to responsive and mobile views. And therefore, my concept was to try to give a very fast and stable system that gives you a lot of flexibility, especially for responsive screens. Hope this answers your question.
Another question. Yes, make it fast and simple. Stay focused, Norbert. Thank you, Dan. So I guess we're holding our audience for more than an hour now.
So yeah, so Simon's question, let's keep that as the last question. I mean, anyway, we'll be sharing the replay in the group, and you can ask more questions. So let's just keep Simon's one as the last question for this webinar.
Okay, so
one thing, Prashop Kumar asked on your content blog, the section content blog, good food. I'm not getting the settings to change the photo of that. So let me show you where that is. It's maybe even good for everyone to know that there are several possibilities to change an image. If you see something like this, it's probably the background image of something. So we can have a background image for widgets. So the blue part are widgets. And they are found under styling. And you can also have a background image for sections. So a section, this is the orange part. And there we can also have under styling background images. And as you can see here, the background image for this food is set here under the image URL. And there you can just pick another background image and add it to the page.
Okay, so that was the last answer, or the Simon, or should we answer Simon as well? Yeah, can you give some insight regarding lazy loading images? Is that something we can set via DragDropr? So I'm not sure.
Yeah, we can set this and we can answer this. So currently, what I currently do, I just pick that image here and show you of the link. So we are hosting all our images on the CDN of DragDropr, and the CDN of DragDropr is nothing else but Upload Care. So Upload Care is our CDN provider, and they are working with those images. We can now, when we publish a page, so let me just go here and hit the save button, publish, get the shareable link. You will see that the URL now is different when we publish a page. Not on the preview. It really needs to be live. Then it's calculated. So we can define within the URL and explain the system what to do with the picture here. So in this case, the picture is resized and it's compressed to lossy. And you can also set that it is lazy loaded. We did this now by default to set all those informations to the best settings, fastest speed. If someone doesn't like that to have the best settings, we will introduce at the settings for each and every image, everywhere you see this image uploading part, we will give you some kind of box where you can say that you want to have this and that quality, lazy loading deactivated, because we will activate it by default, and responsive image view ports will also be activated by default, and you can deactivate it. Later on, we will give you that in the project settings, so you can set a whole project and define how the images will load by default for that specific project.
Okay, thank you. I think it was a great webinar, Norbert. Thank you for all the knowledge you shared.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. That's a lot of content to digest. In fact, I think I should make a podcast out of this, but maybe I'll save it for later. That's indeed a really good webinar. I hope you guys had a good time enjoying this webinar. If there's like any takeaways or something that you would like to share, like more questions, yeah, it is. So if there is like more questions out of this, please feel free to shoot it in the group, and we will be closing the lifetime deal in like next 36 hours. So we'll also talk about it in the group. once again,
just
Cindy.
one thing. Grimaldi said he will buy more stacks in the chat if we can test the templates. We have a 30-day refund.
Yep.
So I don't think that we have the templates ready within the next 36 hours, but we will provide, of course, a 30-day refund guarantee. So don't worry, the templates will be ready in the next, I'd say in the next 7 days for sure.
Right. I know Norbert for like more than 18 months, so I can vouch for him.
I know him for much longer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Of course, mate.
Okay, great.
So thank you once again for doing this webinar, and thank you everyone for staying with us all the while patiently and listening to us. Thank you.
Talk soon. Bye.
See you soon in the next webinar.